How's it going, everybody? JP here, or Doubleshot, and this is going to be day 9 in my 31 Days of Horror video series for the month of October, where every day for 31 days I stand in front of my DVD shelf and take like an hour to pick a movie. Then I watch the movie, then I do a video on it, then I upload it, and that's how it works. Seriously though, I have such a hard time picking movies. I just stand there and I can never figure out which one I want to choose. It's so weird. Next year, if I'm still here on YouTube, I'm definitely doing some kind of layout. But anyway, it struck me today that I've never done a film from the 80s yet, which is really weird because the 80s is my favorite decade for horror. And today I decided to pick one that it's a Stephen King film. It's from I think 1984, I believe. If my memory is right, it's from 1984. And if you haven't guessed yet, it's Children of the Corn. I love that title, by the way. Children of the Corn, awesome title. It's a movie that the whole series I really liked when I was a kid, and then I watched it when I got older, and I realized how bad a lot of the sequels are. Most of them, almost all of them. But anyway, the first one's pretty classic. It might be a little bit slow, maybe a little bit dated by today's standards. A movie like this kind of plot, I don't see working really well today with the technology we have and stuff. But anyway, the movie, I thought it was awesome when I was a kid. Really scary. Malachi was a badass. Isaac creeped me out. And just seeing all the kids walking around with like farm tools like scythes and like pitchforks and all that stuff was really creepy. Just had a really creepy vibe to it. The corn had a weird, mysterious, creepy thing going on. Just an awesome, cool, unique movie. Definitely, a really crazy religious cult of kids just decided to kill all their parents and take over the town. Just a cool movie. I'm excited to watch it again. It's been a while since I watched this one. It's going to be fun. And, I'll see you guys back here in a minute after I'm done watching it. Okay, guys, so Children of the Corn. I'm not going to go too far into it. I'm pretty tired. I got to get it edited and uploaded and stuff. But yeah, the film came out in 1984. It's based off of a Stephen King short story. I think it was a short story. And it basically follows a couple, and they are, driving, and they end up having to go to this town, Gatlin, which is in Nebraska somewhere. There's like corn everywhere and stuff. Small town, kind of like a ghost town when they get there. They really are just don't know what's going on. They can't find anybody. The place just looks abandoned. And turns out all the kids had slaughtered the adults and took over the town. And all the kids are kind of this crazy religious super nut job cult. And they're led by Isaac, who is the preacher. And he's really creepy. I forget the guy's name, but he gives an awesome performance as Isaac. Really, really good. He's the leader of the cult. Also in the cult you have Malachi. Now Malachi is really creepy himself. I've always found him to be very scary. Pretty underrated horror villain in my opinion. Just his look. Something about his look. It's kind of unique. Just looks like a creepy guy. Yeah, so they get wrapped up into this whole cult thing. Their beliefs are pretty crazy. They believe all adults should die because they sin, and only children are pure. And once you hit your 19th birthday or something like that, you're no longer pure, so you should die. Really crazy stuff, but they really believe it. That's what makes it scary. They really, really believe this, and this is how you do a killer kids movie. These killer kids are intimidating. They're not just some little kids that are just stand there and are supposed to be scary. These guys come at you with like pitchforks and all these farm equipment, like scythes and hatchets and crazy stuff. Really intimidating stuff, scary. And I think that's how you do a killer kids movie. And just the whole cult like thing that they do, it really looks like they believe it, and they really look crazy, and they just really look like somebody you don't want to mess with. I will say that the movie's a little bit slow now. I've watched this so many times, and I think somebody newer might find it a little bit slow. To me, it actually seems. I know it was made in the 80s. I think it's set in the 80s. I'm pretty sure, but to me, it always had an older feel to it. Like maybe it was supposed like set in the 70s, but I don't know. Um, another thing I noticed this time watching it, there's a lot of good shots in this movie. There's some shots from like the chest down or like the waist down, usually behind the kids, and the camera usually is like downward, and it has well, it's not downward, but it's low, and it's usually it shows them standing there with their weapon and stuff. Really, just some nice, cool shots. Very well done movie. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's a classic. Most people know about it, and if you don't, it's definitely one that you need to see at least once. Don't mess with any of the sequels, too much. None of them are really too good. Um, Awesome movie. I've always liked it. I think it's a scary movie. It used to really scare me as a kid. Um, this cover, by the way, I'm not a big fan of. I like the other one better, the red one. You guys know what I'm talking about with the hand and the scythe thing or whatever. I think it's a scythe. But anyway, that's it, guys. Well, I guess I gotta rate it, right? 3.5 out of 5. Check it out. So yeah, that's my review, guys. Children of the Corn. See, I apologize for these reviews. Some of them feel a bit rushed because they are. I'm gonna work tomorrow to make them, me not be so tired, and try to just hurry up and get through them. So I'll see you guys on day 10 later.